Picture this, a champion who has never lost versus a hungry contender who believes he can change history. The MMA community is going crazy as Islam Makhachev gets ready to battle Della Maddalena in what might be the biggest shock of 2025. But wait until you hear what the pros are saying. Some of these predictions will blow your mind and leave you questioning everything you thought you knew.
He's obviously a very good fighter, big challenge, one of the best in the world, so honestly preparation is much the same.
What are your thoughts about defending the belt right here in your hometown?
Yeah, that'd be the dream, absolutely. Pound for pound, #1 defending his title in his backyard, the dream.
When Della Maddalena was asked about his massive fight with Islam Makhachev, the Australian warrior didn't sugarcoat anything. His message was loud and clear. He's not stepping into that cage to play it safe or just last a few rounds. JDM is coming to completely demolish the champion. With the legendary Madison Square Garden lighting up around him, Della Maddalena truly believes he can achieve what many call impossible, ending Islam's perfect run. But the question everyone's asking is simple. Is this unshakable belief or pure madness talking?
I'm going to go for it, I would love, obviously that'd be the best case scenario, get the finish. I can see it happening, I can see it blowing the roof off, MSG, taking out pound for pound #1 with no doubts, finish would be the dream.
The drama gets even thicker from here. Ariel Helwani was absolutely furious about how the UFC announced the Della Maddalena versus Islam Makhachev fight for Madison Square Garden, even though Helwani praised the actual matchup as pure gold. Putting a hungry challenger against the best fighter in the world, he completely trashed the UFC's marketing approach. According to Helwani, for such an enormous fight at the most famous venue on earth, the announcement felt boring and dead. This raises a serious question. Did the UFC completely mess up promoting what could be the fight of the year?
JDM is going to welcome Islam Makhachev to the welterweight division and defend his title for the first time against Islam, #1 pound for pound at the world's most famous arena, and just like reading it off a piece of paper. No oomph, no excitement, no nothing. Oh, and by the way,
Ariel Helwani wasn't finished dropping truth bombs. He went much deeper into what the Islam Makhachev versus Della Maddalena fight actually represents for mixed martial arts during his popular podcast. Helwani made a strong case that nobody has earned this massive opportunity more than Islam, considering his lightweight belt and his position as the #1 fighter on the planet. But then he revealed something that could shake up the entire sport forever. If Islam loses his belt because of this move, the UFC might completely stop allowing fighters to chase 2 titles at once. Talk about pressure that could crush anyone's dreams.
right.
The future.
Oh, imagine Islam versus JDM was champ versus champ.
Yes.
So there is no Ilya, right?
If anybody deserved it, it was Islam. Islam is a long reigning champion, the pound for pound #1. And if this guy gets stripped, then double champ is done. There is no more of that. They will not stomach that anymore. And that's fine if that's their decision. I think it's stupid.
Here's where things get really interesting about Della Maddalena's mindset. This guy actually gets better when the pressure is on, especially when he's facing tough grapplers like Islam Makhachev. When reporters asked him about fighting another elite wrestler after already facing back-to-back grappling specialists, JDM's answer revealed everything about his character. Instead of making excuses or complaining about the tough matchmaking, he welcomed the challenge with open arms, explaining how much he enjoys learning to beat different fighting styles. This mental approach might be the exact reason why he's so dangerous against Islam. He's mentally prepared for an absolute war and isn't afraid of anything.
Jack, you've fought 2 grapplers/wrestlers back to back, and Islam's going to be a 3rd. Are you hoping to fight a striker after if you beat him?
I like all challenges, I like I like game planning against all different styles. But yeah, I feel like I've fought a lot of grapplers.
The conversation heated up even more when Chael Sonnen decided to jump into the striker versus grappler debate surrounding Islam Makhachev and Della Maddalena. Sonnen's opinion was refreshingly honest and straight to the point. He thinks this whole discussion about strikers versus grapplers feels old and outdated, like something people argued about during the very first UFC events. While Chael admits these style matchups still create interesting fights, he believes today's elite fighters like Islam and JDM have learned so many different skills that putting simple labels on them doesn't make sense anymore. But here's the million-dollar question. Does this evolution in fighting skills actually make predicting the winner even harder?
Who's a better striker, Islam versus Jack? This debate was going around. I just saw this on the internet, and I'm open to it. I'm open to it. It just feels a little 1993-ish. It just... The idea that it's going to be a striker versus a grappler, we do see that. I think that you could put Dricus and Chimaev maybe as an example. So it's not as though I deny that that's a real thing, but boy, it's sure not like it used to be.
Things become deadly serious when you discover what expert analysts are privately saying about Islam Makhachev's toughest challenge against Jack Della Maddalena. One highly respected expert broke down the brutal reality. This fight is absolutely nothing like the easy victory most fans expect. JDM's natural size advantage, his complete set of fighting skills, and his knockout power in every single area of combat make him a genuine nightmare for anyone. Even though this analyst still believes Islam will find a way to win, he issued a clear warning that this fight could easily go either direction, and that reality should definitely make Islam supporters very nervous.
It's going to be a super tough fight. We have to plan this correctly because Jack's bigger. He's well-rounded. He's good on the ground. He's good on the stand-up, good boxing, good kicking, good lean, good takedown defense. He's good everywhere. This guy's a test for us. He's not an easy fight. Islam should prevail, but it was not going to be an easy deal.
The story becomes even more complex when Paul Felder shared his completely honest thoughts on Islam Makhachev moving up in weight to challenge Jack Della Maddalena. Felder gave Islam full credit for his lightweight dominance and agreed that he's definitely earned his chance to become a two-division champion. But here's where Felder's analysis gets really fascinating. He specifically pointed to JDM's incredible performance against Belal Muhammad as solid proof that Della Maddalena can handle Islam's exact fighting style. Felder's final prediction shocked many people. This fight will be much closer than anyone currently expects, giving Jack a legitimate chance to pull off the upset of a lifetime.
I think it's a fantastic fight. I mean, Islam has just been the pound-for-pound guy. He's unbelievably dominant in the lightweight division, and he deserves a challenge to move up. He deserves to be trying to have that chance to become a double champ or a two-weight division champ. It's just, can he do it against Jack Della Maddalena, who seems to have already been able to go out there against a similar style and a true welterweight in Belal Muhammad and look fantastic doing it? I think this is going to be a lot more competitive than some people think. I think Jack's got a real shot in this fight. He's just proved that in that Belal fight. But I don't know, we'll see how Islam looks moving up to 170 pounds. Yeah.
However, not every expert is jumping on the JDM hype train just yet. Merab Dvalishvili explained in detail exactly why Islam Makhachev should still be the heavy favorite against Jack Della Maddalena, and his reasoning makes perfect sense. While Merab readily admits that JDM has the striking power to knock out anyone who stands in front of him, he emphasized that Islam's wrestling ability exists on a completely different planet. He even brought up how Belal Muhammad was able to create serious problems for JDM using grappling, suggesting that Islam could use very similar tactics to control the fight. But here's the interesting part that keeps everyone guessing. Even Merab acknowledges this won't be a walk in the park for the champion. But hold on, because there's another layer to this fascinating story.
It's gonna be hard for him, but it's possible to Islam Makhachev wins the second belt. JDM is great fighter, great striker, but Islam is tricky. He has a good wrestling, and he's southpaw. He don't get hits, but he takes people down and he mauls people down. So, and also we all see the JDM Belal Muhammad's fight, and then I'm sure Islam will take lots of lessons from this fight, and maybe Islam will make some adjustment. It's possible. It's gonna be hard, but
Ian Gary dropped an absolute bombshell when discussing Islam Makhachev versus Jack Della Maddalena, and his perspective might genuinely shock Islam's biggest fans. Despite recognizing Islam's incredible technical skills and proven track record, Gary focused his attention on something most analysts seem to completely ignore: the significant size difference between these two fighters. He highlighted the 15-pound gap and boldly claimed that JDM isn't just naturally bigger, but he's also physically stronger in every area of fighting, including on the ground where Islam usually dominates. Combined with his sharp boxing skills and solid takedown defense, Gary believes we're about to witness what could be the biggest upset of the entire decade.
Who do you think wins, Jack or Islam?
Obviously, Islam is phenomenal and he's good everywhere, but size matters. And when you're talking about an extra 15 pounds, Jack's a much bigger human, even on the ground. I know how strong people have said Islam is, but I feel like Jack could get it done with just some clean boxing and good takedown defense.
Looking at the other side of the coin, Din Thomas has complete faith that Islam Makhachev will look absolutely unstoppable against Jack Della Maddalena, and his reasons are pretty convincing. Thomas spoke about Islam's physical dominance and shared incredible stories of him easily handling much bigger training partners during regular gym sessions. Even with the welterweight division being packed full of dangerous killers, Thomas thinks this matchup is absolutely perfect timing for Islam to prove his greatness. But the big question remains, are these impressive gym stories enough to accurately predict what will happen when the lights are brightest and the pressure is real?
I mean, he's got a style, and he's just been always so physically rough. And when you hear about the stories of him in the gym, just being able to just manhandle bigger guys, I think he has a style. I think it is the right fight to make, despite having a talent-rich welterweight division. I know those guys don't like it, but sometimes you just got to sit back and wait and let the guy move up and get his shot.
Behind the scenes, Islam's legendary coach Javier Mendez shared some incredible details about Makhachev's preparation for the Jack Della Maddalena fight that most fans never get to hear. Mendez painted a picture of Islam's unbelievable physical condition, describing punishing training sessions that include running uphill while wearing heavy-weighted vests more than a full month before the actual fight. He praised Islam's incredible self-motivation, explaining that as a coach, he only needs to point Islam in the right direction, and the champion executes everything perfectly. Mendez even made comparisons between Islam and the legendary Khabib, highlighting how they have different approaches to fighting, while showing deep respect for both incredible athletes.
He looked very big, very fit, very strong. And I really liked that. And I saw some of the training videos of him running up the hill with the vests and stuff. So right on track. Islam has always been, the kind of fighter that you just wind them up, tell them what to do, and let them go. And that's exactly what's happening here. You know, he does his own. You don't need to motivate him. You just need to tell him what you want, and he'll go out and do it. I'm very happy to see the progress he's making, because I do see it, and he's a different kind of guy. As you notice, him and Khabib, they're different. Islam isn't Khabib, Khabib isn't Islam. So a lot of the characteristics of what they do or what they don't do, they're different, but they're also very funny in their own way. Islam's got some really funny sayings that really catch on, but they're different approach. They're not the same.
The final and possibly most important piece of this puzzle comes directly from Javier Mendez himself, and it could be the deciding factor in this entire fight. Mendez made an extremely bold statement about Islam Makhachev's physical strength that grabbed everyone's attention. He called Islam the strongest lightweight fighter he has ever trained in his entire coaching career. According to this legendary coach who has worked with countless elite fighters, no other 155-pound fighter even comes remotely close to Islam's raw physical power. This natural strength advantage might be the secret weapon that allows Islam to succeed when facing naturally bigger welterweights like Jack Della Maddalena.
Out of all my lightweights, he is the strongest one out of all of them. I don't recall one lightweight stronger than him, not even close. He's the strongest. So out of everybody I have, he's the guy that has the best opportunity to be able to handle the strength of the bigger guys.
So here we stand at the edge of something special. Expert opinions flying in every possible direction, experienced coaches making incredibly bold claims, and two elite fighters completely ready to settle every debate inside the Octagon where it truly matters. From JDM's fearless, never back down attitude to Islam's proven track record of dominance, this fight contains all the perfect ingredients needed for an instant classic that fans will talk about for years. The iconic Madison Square Garden will serve as the battleground for an epic war between raw power and refined technique, natural size and developed skill, unshakable confidence, and hard-earned experience. The real question that matters isn't simply about who walks away with their hand raised. It's about what this fight means for the entire future of mixed martial arts. Will Jack Della Maddalena pull off the most shocking upset in recent memory and prove once and for all that size really does matter in fighting? Or will Islam Makhachev silence every single doubter and prove beyond any question question that he's truly the best fighter walking the planet by successfully conquering a second weight division. This fight represents so much more than just two incredibly skilled men competing against each other. It's about proving which fighting style truly reigns supreme in today's modern MMA landscape. When that Octagon door slams shut in New York City, we'll finally have our definitive answer to all these burning questions. If this complete breakdown got you absolutely hyped for the fight, smash that like button as hard as you can, subscribe to our channel for more expert analysis like this, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest content. When these two incredible warriors finally clash at MSG, you'll definitely want to remember where you heard the most detailed analysis first.